I'm Amanda Doverhope, and this is the second in what has become a series of how to be responsible with your energy. So I only created one of those videos before, but I'm feeling the need to create more because I think we need to go further with it. So that one actually, it seems like people really resonated with too. So this one, whether you are into astrology or not into astrology, what we're going to be talking about this one is how you're affected by the energy of the planet and the universe and the other planets and the moon and the sun. And so quickly before you leave me, if you don't believe in astrology, I just want to point out that the moon affects the tides, right? It affects the ocean, it affects the tides, and our bodies are mostly water. So we really can't argue scientifically that the moon affects us. We know that when it's a full moon, people get a little nutso. You feel kind of out of sorts and, high energy and heightened and things like that. So just consider that. So, why wouldn't the other planets and the sun affect us? So, or not the other planets, obviously. The moon's not a planet, but you know what I'm saying. So stay with me. So here's the thing. This applies all the time, and I want this video to be out there so that people understand whatever is going on astrologically. But right now, it is June 1st of 2020, and there are the Schumann resonance, and that is a resonance. So look that up if you want to know more about what that is. But it has been spiking like crazy, and that is basically the Earth's energetic field. It's a scientific measurement, kind of like a Richter scale, that measures basically the energy field of the Earth, and it's been going crazy lately, and that affects people, especially if you are a sensitive person. Most of the people who resonate with my work are probably empaths, and that's in all my stuff too. So if you don't know what that is, read one of my books or look it up, EMPATH. But that's going to affect you. So, and it affects other people too, but it really is going to affect you if you're an empath. And the reason for this video is that I want you to understand what's going on. So that is why throughout all my work, I'm really a huge proponent of doing that inner work, of really getting to know yourself really well and really understanding the subtle energy changes of your body so that, you can understand, is this an emotion? Is this something outside myself? I did another video, where I think it was the first one in the series where I said, ask in your head, is this mine? Is this even mine? Or is this kind of from the greater collective field? So that's why I want you to really get to know yourself well so that you can feel when it's, something planetary maybe that's affecting you. But what happens is if you don't understand this and you don't know when it's happening, you won't understand that you need to give yourself a little bit of break. You may need to exercise. You may need to stretch. You may need to, not exercise like you would or push yourself. You might need to just kind of, do some stretching and just rest. You'll know not to get into it with people or start stuff that you shouldn't, be working on because maybe it's too much mind space, too much head space, and you need to just kind of let yourself chill a little bit. So when people aren't aware that this energy is affecting them, which, like I said, the moon affects us, it affects the tides, you really can't argue that. So when people aren't aware, though, because our society doesn't teach this, so when people aren't aware that they're being affected by these things, they're going to act out. They're gonna feel this heightened energy, they're going to feel out of sorts, and they're just going to let it kind of take them for a ride. And so in this video, what I want you to know is to be aware of these things. So there's all kinds of places online. There's people that study this stuff. You can be looking up things about the Schumann resonance if you're feeling kind of funky. Another thing that's going on right now is the sun. There's solar flares like crazy. That is, again, really going to affect those sensitive people. You may need to kind of be reclusive for a little bit, but you're going to see a lot of other things, and other people really having a lot of energy and different things coming up to the surface, and that is totally fine, but you have to check in with yourself as to what do I want to give my energy to, how much is good, how much do I need to close off and send love out to the world and to myself, and where can I act, and how do I act responsibly? How do I act in a way where I'm giving love to the world and I'm giving positive change to the world, even if that's, in a not very quiet sort of way? How do I act responsibly rather than just willy-nilly letting the energy toss you all over the place? So I just wanted to take this quick video on making sure that you also pay attention to what's going on planetarily. If there's a full moon coming, you know, just pay attention to yourself. Are you feeling weird? And if so, check out the Schumann resonance. Check out if there were solar flares. There's science-y websites that measure that stuff. You know, and just know to kind of take it easy. Know that that's what's going on. Do that question where you ask yourself, is this mine? And again, just be really responsible with your energy and what are you putting out there into the world. Don't just let yourself willy-nilly, you know, be carried along with this, but be aware and be responsible. So we will be back with a third one on a different nuance of this, and thanks for watching. I'll see you later.